All right, guys, we're back with another Tesla video. Tesla price cuts. Yes, Tesla cut the price of the Model 3 and Model Y, and let's see what the mainstream media has to say about it.
Now to shift gears to Tesla, which I will say, so we're basically unchanged on the session, which is sort of amazing. This has been alongside the market's comeback here, now pretty much rallying on the session. But Tesla did announce further reducing some of its prices for their Model 3, their Model Y. And again, this has been the ongoing story all year long because you have the camp of people that are saying, what does this mean for margins? But Elon Musk has been very transparent. He is so focused on volume over margin growth this year, Alex. So, I mean, interesting figures. We're seeing it more affordable for the consumer. We're definitely winners in that aspect, but not necessarily seen as a winning sign for Tesla, perhaps signaling that they have some demand issues. They have to keep lowering their prices.
It's hard to say with a company.
Well, that's Tesla's plan, is to lower the prices. If you look at their master plan, the Tesla master plan, it's to get as many people into these cars as possible, to transition the world to renewable energy as quickly as possible. So that's in the plan, is to lower the price of these cars, get them to as many people as possible, get these Tesla cars. Economies of scale will kick in. They'll still make great profit.
Like
but we
Tesla,
know that.
this has largely been a part of the plan, it seems like, since the inception and Elon Musk's involvement. This idea of start with the expensive car, make a slightly less expensive car, to make a more affordable car, to make a very affordable car. It seems like they're truly trying to implement that. But I also saw another explanation that I think provides an interesting thought and also maybe deserves some merit, which is, are they attempting to sort of apply this sort of razor and blade type of a process where the car itself isn't necessarily the bread and butter, but it's the updates to the software, the full service driving, potentially the battery and its applications elsewhere. This idea that the Tesla car gets you in the door, but you're monetized after. Very similar to sort of how the iPhone seems to work now. Yeah, the iPhone's still making a ton of money for Apple, but they're increasingly reliant on you accessing that app store and the services after the fact,
software, yeah,
as much as they are about the device itself.
What's interesting also is look at the, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen Solving the Money Problem talk about this too, but look at the advertising. Look at the free advertising. They're putting the number of, look at the price of was and what it is now. Like, this is like a Tesla ad, you know, like people pay millions for these ads, but it's not an ad, but they're showing, like, imagine if you were a Tesla consumer right now, you were thinking about getting one. You could just see this and be like, holy crap, look at the price difference. They're showing me, I'm going to go out and buy a Tesla right now. So this is a great opportunity. Another thing that they talked about is whether it's a play to have a lower price, and then you get in the door, and then they upsell you with software, with full FSD, with app sales, and all that stuff coming. It's a combination of all of these things. Like, sometimes they miss the point. They're like, oh, is it, they want you in the door for software? Do they want as many people in these cars as possible? It's all of those things. It's a strategy that's unmatched in the automotive industry right now. It's a combination of everything that they're saying. And also, Elon also said interest rates are through the roof right now. So they have to lower the price because the interest rates are so high. The car prices, the monthly payments are so high that they have to lower the price to get people into the cars. So it's a combination of all of these factors.
Kidding, and they definitely get me in that sense, but this does come after they did release their third quarter deliveries coming in around 435,000. That was disappointing. Consensus had called for around 455,000, but we talked about this earlier this week. We're saying almost like a non-selling event feels like good news given some of the historical volatility we've seen after their delivery figures. Also, we did get reports today the SEC is suing Musk in federal court in San Francisco.
Okay, hold on. They still don't get it. The factory shutdowns was a planned, announced thing. They announced that they're going to shut down these factories. They announced that there's going to be less sales this quarter because they shut down the factories to build the new refreshed Model 3 and to retool stuff for the Cybertruck. So it was already talked about, and it was known. It wasn't disappointing. He said it in tweets, and we all talked about it.
So claiming he failed to appear to provide testimony last month when he was subpoenaed back in May. That is an ongoing saga, and that has so much more to do with his purchase of Twitter. I don't even really necessarily want to get into it. But what I did find when I was looking at all things SEC versus Elon Musk is he did recently respond to the social media user who shared a graphic that was comparing EV sales for the first half of this year. And he said, basically was responding to if he should be at the head of Tesla, saying, some say I should question if I should even run Tesla. My response is simply, which CEO on that list would you prefer? Responding with this graphic that showcased their leading sales performance in the first 6 months this year. Mind you, they've outsold its 19 closest competitors, including Ford, Rivian, Volkswagen, and BMW. They did achieve an impressive 325,000 vehicle sales, which the second best just to Tesla was GM with around 35,000 electric vehicles sold, which just paints a picture of their dominance. I mean, 325,000 vehicles versus GM around 35,000, incomparable. And I think that is why we're still, I mean, not necessarily that's why, but just speaks to Tesla's dominance in this market. So often I feel like the bears start to echo when we start to see things pull back in Tesla, but this stock is still up 110% this year, and it's up, I mean, a decent amount, 4% this week, Alex, which is amazing considering some of the weakness and mass selling we've seen in GM and Ford. Obviously, they have somewhat of their own issues going on right now, but Tesla is appearing to emerge as the winner of these UAW strikes.
When it comes to these lawsuits and things, to me, this is equivalent to like the gossip tabloids that you see when you're checking out in the store. Like, to me, that's like what it is in the financial markets. When it matters, the market will let us know because there'll be price movement. When it comes to Elon Musk and other leaders of these companies, many of those other leaders in the companies are not household names. So the fact that everyone knows who Elon Musk is goes to show some of the successes that he's had, and some of that comes with failures as well, and downsides and positives, pros and cons, just life.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It's just he executes. He's executing in his, like, if you look at the sales, like she said, compare the second place in North America is like Ford or GM. I forget what she said, but it's not even comparable with the EV sales. It's not even close. And GM and Ford are losing money on the, what was it, 30-something thousand cars they sold in a quarter. They're losing money on all those cars, and Tesla is up. They're gaining money. They have a profit margin, so it's not even comparable. Yeah, that was okay. It wasn't that bad. I've seen a lot worse, but let me know your thoughts, guys. Subscribe to the channel. We're getting more subscribers now, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video. There's going to be a ton more videos dropping. Check out Patreon because there is exclusive videos up right now, so go check it out that don't come to YouTube. So check out Patreon, subscribe to the channel, and like the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Click the next video. It's going to pop up right here, so click. All right, see you then.